This week, the HSBC Champions, the final World Golf Championship event of 2016, returns once again to Shanghai in China. Held at the magnificent Sheshan International Golf Club, it's the 12th year the tournament has brought the world's best players to compete in what's known as Asia's Major, for a prize fund of $9.5 million.
The WGC-HSBC is definitely one of our strongest fields that we play all year, so I'm excited to be going back and teeing it up against the world's best players.
Any World Golf Championship is massive. The atmosphere there is great. Everything is fun about the week, and it's just it's a nice spot to be.
It's the best tournament we have outside of a major, the World Golf Championship. So how would you not consider it one of the best tournaments in the world?
I'd love to go over there and win because I've been so close. Might as well just go ahead and cap one off.
Last year's edition featured its usual mix of household names, but it was an unheralded player who emerged triumphant. Russell Knox had shown a consistent improvement in form since joining the PGA Tour, but was still to record a win.
It was a surprise because it was my first victory. I wasn't sure I could close the deal, and especially on such a huge stage with all the superstars there. And it was amazing to make that place my first victory. Obviously, I love the golf course, and the weather. It was kind of a little gloomy, kind of like Scotland, where I'm used to. So, and the temperature, it wasn't too hot. It was kind of a nice sweater temperature, so that was nice. So I enjoyed playing in those conditions. I mean, the week before in Malaysia, I wasn't in the tournament yet, so I believe it was JB Holmes that withdrew. And I was way down the alternate list and eventually just snuck in when JB Holmes pulled out. So had to kind of rush to get my visa, which my wife took care of in Malaysia for us. And then we flew to China on, I think it was Tuesday. And we got in there, kind of rushed around, and ultimately turned out to be my week.
Weather delays on Saturday meant it was almost dark by the time the final group were completing their third round, and Knox chose not to play the final hole, opting instead to return first thing Sunday while his partners continued.
That was enormous for me. I mean, I still, to this day, can't believe Kevin Kisner and Brandon Grace played on. I mean, it was really dark, and I was starting to get a little nervous, and my swing wasn't feeling as good, so I decided to call it quits. And then when I came out Sunday morning, I played a perfect hole and made a birdie, and that really got me in a great frame of mind going into the last round.
Kevin Kisner led by 2 at the halfway stage, opening with rounds of 64 and 66, but he wasn't able to maintain that momentum.
So I remember I got off to a rough start the first day and holed a couple long par putts, and that kind of shot the momentum and it helped me to keep it going, and I can't be too disappointed. The weather got a little colder and rainier, and the conditions got tougher, but Russell played great. I wasn't disappointed in how I played. I just didn't convert the opportunities I did the first 2 days.
I mean, I drove the ball really well that week. I mean, there was some rough, so it made a huge difference if you're in the fairway. And then ultimately my approach shots, iron game, allowed me to have loads of birdie chances, and obviously enough went in. I kept telling myself, I was like, let's do this. I mean, let's forget who's around you, just play the best golf you can, and it was never going to be easy. So I just kept telling myself, this is going to be your day, this is going to be your day, keep going, be aggressive, and it was certainly nice at the end of the day.
And that aggression and 6 final round birdies were rewarded as he played the final hole with a 3-shot lead and sealed his maiden PGA Tour victory.
Now I'm in all the majors, WGC events, and I'm able to pick my schedule a little bit more. So it's been, that part of it's been incredible. But I mean, confidence-wise, I mean, knowing that you can win over 4 days, it just makes every tournament you step on the first tee knowing, hey, I've beaten all these guys before, let's do it again. So it's a huge confidence booster.